Okay, welcome in everybody. Let me make sure that we're good and going. It looks like it. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. We are kind of in the final stretch of the game. What I like about Kanto playthroughs is they're not very long, usually. There. Oh. Okay. So let's go to Seafoam Islands real quick and grab Jinx. We'll go grab the Leaf Stone, the Vileplume. Seafoam and we'll go get a Leaf Stone. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate it, as usual. We have had a crazy amount of rain today. One of our cats is a little roamer. She likes to roam whenever she gets the chance. And she was soaked when she finally decided to bring her little butt back inside. So, I feel like, did I see... No, I didn't see a Lapras. Okay. I still kind of want to get a shiny Lapras on this game. That's something I've wanted since I got this game. But never really spent the time hunting one. Hey, Slowbro, how's it going, my dude? I like how the Shelter bites his tail, and that's what causes him to do his little attack animation. Okay. The only thing I'm here to catch is Jinx. Speaking of which... I never actually looked to see if I could catch Lucky Tongue anywhere other than Cerulean Cave. I guess I need to do that real quick. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Okay, so just Cerulean Cave for Licky Tongue. Okay, so we'll go into Cerulean Cave. Kind of poke around and see if there's any other items I want to grab. Guess I could have looked that up on Bulbapedia. And there is a coach trainer here. Ice Beam. Actually, out there you have a. Really, I'm just looking for TMs. Yeah, it's just Ice Beam. Well, let's see. Might not be able to get to it. Okay, so this is the room where Articuno is. Big Pearl. Big Pearl. I honestly don't know if Ice Beam's going to be super helpful, but I want to grab it anyways. Super Lure. Next speed. Oh, I did not mean to fall right there. There's Ice Beam. Okay. That is all I wanted from here. Again, I don't know how useful that's going to be. But it's good to have it. I guess if I can drop it on Alakazam, it'd be really good. Okay. I'm trying to think if I need Iron Tail for any reason. Yeah, because I do have to get through. Uh-oh. Hold on just a second. We got a dying controller on our hands here. Oh no, it was just trying to resync, which happens sometimes, but I think my cord is long enough. — 27 years later. And let me move. Nope, not what I wanted. Okay, well, anyways, there's that. Okay. Okay, I don't get full restores until after Giovanni, which is fine. So I think floor 4 is the stone floor. There we go. Okay. Let's head back down and we'll fly back to Viridian. Take on Brown Gym, which was originally going to be a flying gym. And then they decided to make it a ground gym. Yep, it was originally, that's why the badge looks like a feather. It was originally going to be a flying gym. And they didn't have time to completely redesign the badge, so they just changed the color of the feather in the, like, official art of it and stuff. Yep. So technically Giovanni could have had actually kind of a busted team if they had done it right. Because it would have probably been Firo, Pidgeot, and Dodrio for sure. But alas, he is a ground type trainer. And so I'm going to have a little flower. Why have I not been using Charizard? Right. I have to go talk to Professor Oak because he gives us the Mega Ring. Yeah. So we'll get the Keystone. Shepard, hit the Keystone. Oh, okay. So I guess I'll say that in Sword and Shield and it'll be right. It is. It's in the Crown Tundra, as a matter of fact. Okay, cool. Greg, you little criminal. Zoom. Oh. Well, that Jinx capture didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would, so... we got here faster than I was expecting. Of course, one of the ones I can't do super effective damage to. Swap in Penny. Should have swapped in Charizard. Okay. That is the one problem with Doug Trios. It's not a good switch in most of the time. I will do a little bit of training on the way to the Elite Four, because I'm going to need to. Silly Samuel. I will say, as much as I've been enjoying this playthrough, I will be glad to be done with it. The Pokeball causes my hand to start hurting pretty quick. So, Sammy, is your plan with Mass Effect Monday, when you finish 1, to jump straight into 2 the next stream? Okay. That's what I thought. I just thought I'd ask. And depending on if you finish it with enough time, you could probably hop in the same stream depending on... Yeah, I don't blame you. I just wanted to make sure. I think 2 is probably one of my favorite to watch you play, so... That would be cool. I would actually like that, because then I'd be able to see the entire story. I missed large parts of it when you played through it the last time, because I was at work. I mean, that gives you an extra Mass Effect game to go through. I know that's a... I'm not sure. I could check with my capture card. It's not hard to set up, I don't think. So I could always check that. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have Veil Guard at the moment, which we'll eventually get that. Because we're both huge BioWare fans, so... Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be necessarily the worst thing. Although I don't know that they... Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know if the older three... Inquisition probably takes up a fair bit of room, but I don't know if 1 and 2 take up that much room. Yeah, you might check and see if they're on Steam or if you have to still download Origin. I don't even know if Origin's still a thing or not. Hi, King Webs. How's it going? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. Not too bad. Not too bad. Ah. Probably not the way I need it. Well, actually, I think this takes me to the same spot that I was a minute ago, doesn't it? Yep. Okay. No, I'm just doing a Living Dex challenge. I finished Pokemon Violet. I had a couple of things I wanted to get off of this game, and I just happened to find the... it was a Gloom. Happened to find the Gloom as a shiny while I was doing some leveling. Oh, nice. Yeah, I hunted Shaman, Arceus, and Darkrai in BDSP back when those... Well, Arceus is always available, but back when those events were available for Darkrai and Shaman. Oh, that's not too bad then. Okay, I've got ads coming up here in about 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and run them, get them out of the way, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes. I don't remember. if he... Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Yeek. Luckily I'm faster. Welcome back to Mad, everybody. Just gonna... Nido King. I don't one-shot, I don't think. Maybe I do, because I don't remember. I think Nido Queen is slightly bulkier. And I did just level up, so... And after this, we've got the road to the Elite Four. Ooh. Yep, that's what I thought. Go around and heal real quick. Oh, you know what? Before I go anywhere, because my luck, if I don't go back right now and catch Melmetal, I will forget, and I'll have to come back in and catch it during the Fox Organization stream for this Living Dex. And since I'm not catching Mewtwo on this game, I don't have to mess around with Melmetal. Okay, Melmetal, I'm going to give you one chance to get caught by an Ultra Ball, and then I'm throwing the Master Ball at you. Yep. Nice. I had one as well. I caught it and put it in my shiny Living Dex at home. Basically what I'm doing with this is I wanted to build just a regular Living Dex from scratch to see how long it would take, how many games I could use. And I decided that Meltan and Melmetal, as well as the 4 trade exclusive Pokemon in other Kanto games, those will be what I would catch from Let's Go. So Lickitung, Mr. Mime, Jinx, and Farfetch'd. Yeah, I always like when they have the Shiny Meltan events. Okay, back to Viridian. Okay, actually not a bad lead. Now, this is the game we're playing. There we go. Okay, just don't flinch me and we'll be okay. Jolteon. Yeah, we are just a little under-leveled, so I'm going to try to do a little training in Victory Road. Thank you, Sammy. Yeah, that would definitely be a better idea, because it is. I actually expected it to be bigger than that, but it's not the Charizard I meant to go into, but it's okay. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, it'll still be a little bit before you finish the Mass Effect games, so. Yeah, that happens, man. I like the way they do the badge check gate in Black and White 2. It basically checks your badges at the first gate. You don't have to go through each individual thing, which you don't have to do on very many games, honestly. Kanto's kind of the exception to that. Golden raspberries. Well, that'll speed up catching Licky Tongue. Trying to see what the best thing to chain would be. I know Nidorino gives good experience. Did I run out of Ultra Balls? No. But I did run out of Master Balls, so that's why I switched me to Pokeball. Okay, unfortunately I have to turn the light in my office on now. It's getting just a little too dark for me to be sitting here without it. Okay, yeah, Nidorino's gonna, or Nidorina, those are gonna be my best bets as far as good experience. Yeah, the only reason I have my light on is it gets dark back here faster than it does on the front side. Okay, probably need to hit at least level 50, I would think. Yeah. I'm the same way. I can't really see the rain as well back here. The tree blocks quite a bit of it. Actually, the mighty candies will be helpful for Doug Trio and Sand Slash. I'm also going to pop a lure to increase the number of spawns. Oh, maybe Nidorino is the one I need to go with. Health candy, actually, that's helpful too. I knew I was going to have to do a little bit of a grind sesh. That was a pretty big lightning. And that was a pretty big thunder. It's okay, Magic. Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of grinding sessions on this playthrough, which has been good. I did one about midway through the stream yesterday, and then I did one the stream before that on Friday when I caught the gloom. I think we have everything we need. We're just doing the breakfast bowls / burritos. Yeah, we're good for right now. We can always go out tomorrow. Do have some trainers to fight in Victory Road, so that might be... here. Yeah, thanks to the red Nuzlocke I did at the end of last year, I really like Firo a lot more than I used to. Which, not that I've ever disliked Firo, but... Tulin was a pretty hard carry for that run. Girl. Okay, got the next set of ads coming up. I'm going to run those and we'll be right back. Jump back over the middle, please. Just need one or two more of those. I need you to stop jumping around, lady. Well, Sandslash is definitely ready for the Elite Four. Chansey, I'll get you in just a second. I am going to save one of these to catch Licky Tongue with. Not what I wanted to run into. I think the Chansey might get me enough to get everybody at least to level 49, which I think will be good enough. If I could more easily chain Chansey, that's what I would do. There we go. Okay, everybody but Penny, but I can get her leveled on the way. Gotta try to catch an Nido King. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured was going to happen. That's okay. I don't need another one. Come on, Machoke. Okay, I am going to go ahead and put Charizard back in. I think the only one I haven't run around with is Penny. Now I kind of see a reason to use a repel on this game. Well, I'm getting loaded into this. Stealth Rock. Okay. There are a couple things. Yeah, that'll be the big bulk up Pikachu needs. Stealth Rock, okay. That'll actually be really good against Lance. I think if I lead Doug Trio. So hold on. Let's send Greg out. He hasn't got to do a whole lot here lately. There we go, we got that burn. He got the poison. Or she got the poison. Say those max revives. Okay. Machop. Feels the pressure. This is where Moltres is. That's right. Go ahead and hit one Swords Dance. One Swords Dance is usually enough. Yeah. Yeah, I had to do a big one. Almost. Or Solar Beam if I decide to go that route. Just about the only reason I wish I had Iron Tail on Sandslash was to deal with Mr. Mime. So both YouTube links have popped up in the chat there. The top one is mine. It's usually pinned at the top of the chat and it shows up every so often. You can catch up on this Let's Go playthrough, the rest of the Living Dex challenge, which is Violet at this point. Oops. All my Nuzlockes, my Legend of Zelda playthroughs, Project Zomboid, all that good stuff. And on Sammy's channel, she has her art, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Stardew Valley, Project Zomboid, Mass Effect, all that good stuff. She also streams here on Twitch, SammyG08. She's my mod. She's always in the chat, and a follow both on her Twitch channel and on both YouTubes would be appreciated. So, yep, trying to get to 25, which is the limit for affiliate. There's superpower. I don't think I'm going to use superpower. It's over here by this Ace Trainer. I think this might be Blizzard, and I have Ice Beam, so I'm not too worried about getting Blizzard. Oh, there's Blizzard. Okay. I need you to go up and up. Okay. I am going to take a shot at Rhydon, both for the experience and for the new Dex entry, which I don't really need at this point, I guess. Unless there's some sort of dex entry requirement to enter. Dex amount requirement to enter Cerulean Cave. There we go. I knew by the time we got out of here, everybody would be level 50, because Penny will get there here pretty soon. No, I don't think so either, but it could be like, oh, you have to have 70 registered or whatever. This game sometimes has those wacky requirements on stuff. But yeah, no, it's definitely not like that. Okay, I only go down that ladder if I want to catch Moltres. And that is not something I'm interested in. And I might go over to the power plant and snag Electabuzz, since I'm going to be doing Leaf Green for my next Kanto playthrough for this. I won't be able to get Electabuzz. Admittedly, I could get it from Scarlet and Violet or PLA. Hitmonchan. Let me see about finishing this battle real quick, and then we'll run the halfway point ads. So I can go take my break and get some water, all that good stuff. And we're back to try to finish this. Okay, I'm going to run the ads, and we'll be right back. we are back. Let me get the... And then I'll snooze these ads. They're not coming up soon, but I always snooze after this halfway break to give us 35 to 40 minutes on this. There we go. Now the team is, I think, leveled. I'll just dump some candies on them when we get to the Indigo Plateau. Not having to worry about Intimidate on Arcanine is very helpful. Yep, I'm going to have to dump some health candies and some attack candies into Penny. Okay, that's just a shortcut back to the other side. Come on. One swords dance. Now, unless I have a reason to, I think I just stay in with Sand Slash for the rest of this guy's team. I mean, Headbutt will be just as effective as anything else. I think this is the coach trainer that gives me Outrage, and I'm not really that concerned about Outrage. Let's go, partner. Okay. Real quick, before we do that, everybody's level 60. Anybody that can use that one. Special attack. Go ahead and buff up Greg. Why not? Okay. There we go. Up and heal. We'll go buy us some full restores and revives. We'll take on the Pokemon League. And then I'll need to go snag Electabuzz and Lickitung. And if we have time, I'm going to go ahead and start my one of my BDSP, whichever file I decide to do for that one. I always underbuy right here. I said revives, didn't I? That's 7. If I need more than 10, I'm doing something wrong. I forgot that the Alolan Executor guy was this late in the game. I'm glad I didn't bank on that being my one of my teammates. I am ready. You may be the only time I set up to +6. So if I can get to +6 on Sand Slash. Oh yeah, I'm good. If I have to, I'll heal and then go on the sweep. Okay. Slowbro's bulky, but a flinch pretty much puts an end to that. Now I think I just one-shot sweep the rest of her team. Here comes her ace. Lapras might survive a hit. Never mind. Okay, and now I'll heal Sand Slash again. Then we will move Lily to the front. I think I have an X defend, which I'll pop immediately. Oh, I do. Okay, cool. I think 2 Calm Mind should be just enough to get this done. Now at this point I think I outspeed in one shot. Hitmonlee. And other than a couple of earthquakes while I was getting set up, I didn't take any damage that battle. So let's heal. I think I'm going to set up the same, sort of the same way against Agatha. Do an X defend to protect against crunch. And then I may just drop an X special attack. Instead of using 3 turns to set up, I'll use 2. Don't talk about your husband that way. Yeah. So we drop an X defense. That's fine. It's really just a free... Of course, the only thing I don't have is an X special attack. Okay. Well, then we do Paralyze Heal. Now, if I had thought about X items before I came in, I would have grabbed an X special attack, and this battle would already be over. Surely I outspeed. Yeah. Okay, so I beat Kanto's other poison specialist. Now, I can heal. I'm going to use I'll use a max ether. Okay, the only thing is I can't really use. Actually, I can use Sand Slash against Charizard. It'll just have to be faster. Stealth Rock. Whatever you say, Lance. Flying trainer. I did forget about the Seadra. That does give me the free Stealth Rock setup. Okay. Thanks, Penny. I knew you weren't going to survive the hit, but you did what I needed you to do. So now we send out Sand Slash. Seadra poses little threat to it. I'll go ahead and get my attack +6. Okay. Then, I mean, I could just stall out his healing, or his Hydro Pumps. He's used 2 of his 5. There's 3. That's 4. Oh, he finally missed one. Cool. Okay, so next, going to go ahead and up Sand Slash's speed. go ahead and up Sandslash's speed. And then we finish setting up Swords Dance. Really glad his Seadra doesn't have smoke screen. That would be a little annoying. Let's go ahead and heal up. And just for good measure, let's go ahead and raise that critical hit ratio. Nah, Dragonite's not the one I'm worried about. I did get the stealth rocks up. Down goes his ace. Okay. I was gonna say at +4 I should outspeed everything on his team. Okay. I can't snooze these ads, so I'm gonna let them run on their own. We got about a minute. I'm gonna try to finish Lance before we get to that point. Gyarados. I'll just use a headbutt on Gyarados. Took half his health just from the stones. Headbutt, and that should finish it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to run these ads and we'll be right back. Let's do some healing. And then right. Okay, I will throw down some stealth rocks for some chip damage. Okay, I am going to try to set up the rocks. Okay. There's stealth rocks, just in case he wants to play any switching around shenanigans. Okay, I think I'll just hit one swords dance. He does have heat wave, doesn't he? Okay. Oh, that was a crit. Okay, chump. There we go. Come on, bud. Okay, he heals again, right? I would think he heals again here. Nope. Good thing I used that X defense. Okay, I survive a... Let me calm mind. Nah, I keep battling. It's part of why I chose Alakazam for this playthrough. So it gives me enough speed and special strength to deal with most challenges. Nope. Unless I get KO'd, I have no reason to. Hey bud, you're gonna have to send your Pidgeot back out at some point. Smack all your Pokemon on the nose like a pig on a dark highway. Ooh. I mean, Jolteon's just about the only thing that can outspeed me. Hey, if he misses, then I get speed up. Well, if he misses and I attack, I get the KO. As long as he doesn't get a crit, I survive. He's -1 special defense, so it's a one-shot now. Even without the crit. Nope. Not going anywhere, bud. Okay. Nah. If I get KO'd, I'll send out Vileplume, but... think a +1 Shadow Wall finishes this thing. Oh, not quite. Oh yeah, I'm good. Okay, dude. -1 special defense will do you in. Okay, so let's go. Let's go do a couple of catches. We'll see if I have time to at least start the BDSP run today. Start it and see how far we can get. And then we'll finish it, start a stream tomorrow. Okay. Charizard and Vileplume never touched the field. Okay, I'm gonna let my hand rest for a minute while this is rolling through. Yeah, this game is still... I still think this game's pretty fun. I do wish that the move animations happened a little faster. Sometimes it takes a little longer than it should. But this is it's a fun game. I mean, it's got a lot of charm. It looks good. The graphics on it are very, very pleasing. I don't normally talk much about graphics, but being able to give your Pikachu both a flying move and a water move to kind of call back to some old Pikachu cards. Yeah, it's very aesthetically pleasing. Not having to have dedicated HM Pokemon, which is something that started with Generation 7 with Sun and Moon, and kind of it continued forward. I was going to say, because even BDSP, you don't have to have dedicated HM Pokemon. Being able to get the regional variants is super cool. It ties in with the other Gen 7 games. Mega Evolution continues to tie in with the other 3DS games. Yeah, that's not too bad. Attaboy, Greg. He's got to be talking about Licky Tongue. Okay, Ronnie, whatever you say, little dude. Oh, okay. Well, let's go over to Cerulean. No, let's go over to the power plant real quick. Yeah, you can't fly to Rock Tunnel. Well, let's go to Cerulean, and then we'll go to power plant from there. Just going in long enough to snag Licky Tongue. I was just making a joke about it being the super strong, super cool Pokemon. Ultra Ball. Ten Ultra Balls. Let me real quick pop that max lure I got. Well, as soon as the Licky Tongue pops up, I've got the stuff to catch it. This guy. This is the fella. Licky Tongue. Don't be like that. There we go. Bye, lads. Okay. Now we hop on Charizard. We go over and catch Electabuzz. And then we'll spend the last 15 minutes of stream after the next ad break getting through the early game of BDSP to get Mew and Jirachi. I think that'll be good because then I can spend a little bit at the start of tomorrow's stream doing the same. Yes, I know, you're terrified. It's okay, Greg. Make sure I'm not crazy. I don't think Magmar Electabuzz. Okay, yeah, they're not version exclusives. Just had to make sure that I wasn't crazy. There we go. That didn't take as long as I was afraid it would. Yeah, since I'm doing Leaf Green for my other Kanto playthrough, I want to go ahead and just snag Electabuzz here. Okay, there we go. So during this ad break, I will get switched over and we will get started on Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl. I'm not sure which one. But we will be back in just a couple of minutes. Let me see, data management. I need to see. I don't have a preference on which game I use. Use Brilliant Diamond. I think that'll be definitely be quicker. It's right there. Now let's see. I think I have a file already. If I do, see how far in it is. Okay, welcome back everybody. We might have to delete a save file. Oh, no, we're right at the start. We're gonna count this as a fresh save file. I want to say dingo though. Okay. Give me just a second. I kind of want all of my Pokemon to have dingo as their original trainer for this living dex. Luckily, that file was right at the start, so no worries there. Sammy, I might run just a little longer to kind of get going on this. It just depends on how long it takes me to button mash. If you want here in about 5 minutes to go throw some potatoes in the air fryer, get those started, and I'll do the rest when I'm done. Awesome. English. Yes. Hello there. Welcome to Lord Pokemon. I'm Professor Rowan. The most impressive mustache in the franchise. Yeah, I just did them on fries. You might bump them to like 22 minutes. Okay. There we go. Even though I'm not doing much with this file, it's still channel tradition at this point, so... Actually, I said Rowan has the most impressive mustache. I don't think any of the other professors have a mustache. So, he definitely has the most impressive mustache. Hello, Mom. Okay, well... Well, I will tell you, Mom. Zero is unmedicated, so that's probably what the issue was. Yeah. So Rowan has the most impressive mustache in the franchise. I mean, Laventon technically has a mustache, but that little bit of scruff that he has doesn't really count. Why is it 10 million now? It was a million just a minute ago. Get back here. Somebody needs to give you your ADHD meds. Yeah, whatever you were talking about there. Oh, I meant to save so I could play Briefcase Simulator for the next 8 months. Yeah. I will eventually go back to Briefcase Simulator on this game. I would really like to get the shiny Turtwig I never got. Oh, I meant to change my stream info. Not that it matters. Ah, getting mugged by Starly. Now, had that Turtwig been shiny, I might have lost my mind. And then I would have been using Brilliant Diamond as my Sinnoh playthrough. Yeah, about 22, because the 18 wasn't quite crispy enough. Okay. Aha, running shoes. I'm the fastest lad in the West. Oh, okay.
Have you seen the little girl?
Hmm?
Have you seen the little girl?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Not in a while.
okay. Cool. I have no clue where she is. possibly another batch of potatoes.
Awesome.
Maybe 2,
Awesome.
if we do it right.
Yeah, that'll work.
Heck yeah. But that bag was a good sized bag.
Mm-hmm. Dawn, I need you to catch that guy so I can give him his medicine. Yes. This is Hank. Goodbye. I think the only reason I'm not going to just go ahead and use this file as my Sinnoh playthrough for it, first of all, I want to do Platinum. If I think it's necessary, but also because I'm going to have to play through Arceus anyways to get all the mythicals. So, and I am going to do a fresh file for that. I was talking to Sammy about it a little bit back. I don't want to do the challenge series file because I've been doing other stuff on there. Good thing is about starting fresh on Arceus is I can just build a team and go. Come on, Hank. Need you to get level 6. I have leafage now, so I can just... What I'll do is I'll go into Orberg Tunnel and grind against Geodudes and such. Ah, good, the guidebook. If I run across any weird dinosaur bikes, I can try to feed it to them. Aha, my hat. Okay, and that got us through the opening part. I think that'll be good for today. 13 minutes, that's not too bad. So, we will be back tomorrow. I'm going to try to finish what I need to on this to get Mew and Jirachi. And then I think we start our first run of Sword and Shield for this Living Dex challenge. So, that'll be fun. Let's see, do we have a raid today? It looks like we might. Oh, ironically, one of the people that I often raid is doing Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So we're going to raid into her, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. Let me get this started. And yeah, have a good one, everybody.